In a world that had lost its sense of shape, Flynn held the rail as if it were the very last truthful thing in existence. Under his fingers, the wood was rotted and soft, wet with the icy breath of the deep, and humming low, as if it were an animal that had been injured for too long to be able to cry out. The ship had already ceased its journey. Remembering was what it was, remembering the stormlight and thunder, the iron song and the oar stroke, the pressure of bodies that once believed it was possible to cross the sea. The memory brought tears to its eyes, and it cried. The waterfall loomed in front of them, not so much falling as it was collapsing in on itself in a slow and dreadful surrender. In complete silence, a wall of water that was as wide as sin and thick enough to crush was pouring out from the edge of the world. The mist that it produced did not rise in awe toward the surface, rather, it crept along the surface. Nothing moved quickly here. The current dragged with the inevitability of graves. Flynn did not tremble. He was past that. There is a stillness that comes after fear, a hollow that opens once a man knows the end is no longer a matter of if, only when. He stood within it, caught in the hush that hangs before the moment teeth touch bone. He had not slept. Not since the coast vanished behind storm and smoke. It had been 3 nights since he had seen the drop, first in his dreams and then in his waking life, and both of his visions had been identical. Endless. Final. Beautiful in the way only terrible things can be. They had spoken of this place in Gallows. The sailors called it the mouth. The priests would not name it at all. Around him, the sails hung in tatters, windless and torn, like shrouds half-stitched. He had not cut them down. A part of him believed the ship deserved her burial dress. She had carried them farther than any map dared mark, and now she would die alone, dressed in ruin, beneath a sky that did not care. The light found him, thin, gold, bleeding through a break in the cliffs above. It touched his shoulder, then the mast, then nothing at all. It was not salvation. It was witness. Flynn thought of his mother's voice, not the words, just the sound. How she would hum to herself when she thought no one could hear. Years had passed since he last thought of her, but now, standing on the edge of the unmade, he remembered her hands, calloused and sure, as they taught him the art of nodding. His breath came shallow. Not from panic. From reverence. He closed his eyes. The ship moaned once, long and low, and then she tipped, forward, into the black. And Flynn, with no prayer on his lips, went down with her. He fell, not as men fall from cliffs or horses or grace, but as a candle is extinguished in a room where no one will return. Downward, not toward earth or the end, but toward some more ancient dimension of absence. And it was not falling, truly, but sinking, drawn slow and precise through a corridor of dark so.